ladies and gentlemen, we're back for more overgeared. Picking up where the last time. Where the fuck is it? Picking up where we left off last time with chapters 81 and 82. Back to 2, because I have plenty of time. In fact, if you're a channel member, this will be up on a Tuesday. I know, which is insane, because usually I record these on like a Thursday or a Friday. And then they go up on a Saturday. But hey, here we go. Look at that. Look crazy. Anyhow, let's jump right into it. But first, like myself, notification bell. Need to lock my phone on my desk. And let's jump right into it. So, you came to see me in time for the Atan Church's attack?
Yes, I'm sorry, but I had no other choice.
She did a useless thing. There's no way that Blacksmith like me would be involved in the guild's war. Dude, you're like their most OP combatant. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Besides that, let me ask you one thing. The ones invading are the 4th servant and the 5th, right? They have the power to give the Atan God's blessing to someone?
Advanced skills like blessings can only be used by the 1st servant. Requesting for an audience to receive the blessing would be difficult too, since even I, the 8th, can't. Anyway, why do you want the blessing when you were against the Atan Church?
You're so incompetent, yet you're so curious. Shoot now. Jesus Christ. Chapter 81, the affection of the Blacksmith. Various hunting grounds and event effects that resumed from Lady Irene's marriage, and with the Tezai Guild's active engagement and protection of the Byron village, was being reborn as a flourishing city. And there were 2,000 inhabitants, including NPCs. However, that was before the mass teleport opened in Byron Castle and the Atan Church invaded. The mass teleport sounds like inverse Mushoku Tensei. Help me! You'll surely die if you engage! Log out! There were 1,000 level 160 or higher Atan Church soldiers that exceeded the average user's level. Hellfire scorched the world wherever they used black magic and poison fog.
The Atan Church is massacring the users and NPCs that are evacuating through the North Gate. There are at least 1,000 that came through the mass teleport. There has been severe damage to the village. The only thing that can support the castle is here on top of the inner walls. Assist the evacuation, Lila. I know, Zednas, but I think we're surrounded on both sides of the wall. There are countless of them in the garden. Over 100 level 200 and higher. Over 100 level 200 plus believers are here. Wrath of the Red Witch! The dark magic orb that I acquired in the last raid is powerful. There's too many of them. I'm not sure if I can hold them back while protecting the civilians. Ah! No, the children! My skill cooldown isn't over yet. This is it!
Why you not doing my territory? Toon, Beastmaster, Chief of Security of Byron, 35th in Unified Rankings, originally 40th. You're here then, magic shackles! You dare, you trolls! Try to seize me? Lord of Heaven! An eagle! I just transformed into a bat!
He's a cursed heathen indeed. Shoot him down!
King of Beasts!
That's truly something. He's ill-tempered, but his abilities are amazing. Zednas, behind you!
It's Faker.
Careful. Faker, thank you! The castle's main gate? Zednas, Lila, leave this place to me and assist the others in the village. Did you say there are about 100 of high believers?
My body was wanting to move for some time now that the punishment of accounting duties I got for being out of contact, but I'm sure this many opponents will be enough to make up for the training I missed. Regus, welcome back. Ooh-yah!
Vanta, get down!
She got new. Is that a new outfit for her as well? Or just new? That's a third new outfit. Well, second new outfit. Save your energy, Jishoka! If you use your skill on top of the central castle wall, you could see everything. I'll get us through the inner castle main gate from here. No, it's the same. It just looks slightly different because her hair's down and everything.
Just hurry and go. Your health is already low. Defense is crap because you invest everything in strength, you idiot guardian knight.
Dad, we're regretting so much that they put my stats that way. Plus, my damage right now isn't that high compared to my stats. We haven't even reached the corner of the inner castle wall. The Italian church was never an opponent this. The Italian church was never an opponent this strong, though.
The thing with building a knight class is all attack as opposed, well, all strength as opposed to defense. It's in a lot of games. Defensive classes, to make them viable for at least a little bit of DPSing, a lot of their skills will typically scale off of a portion of your defense, as opposed to, obviously, they'll scale off your strength as well, but they'll scale also off of your armor. For example, certain tanks in League of Legends have hybrid scaling. Oh, I think my camera's a bit over. With both either AP or AD, or both, and some of them will have armor scaling, so depending on their magic resist and armor, they'll deal more damage. So I'm using a League of Legends because Faker's shown up just in my brain. So I feel like Satisfy probably would do that as well to make tank classes at least somewhat viable for more than just tank. Because damage output in this, in the game of Satisfy seems obscene. Like, yeah, sure, we're seeing some extreme examples with Grid fighting that boss, but that boss surely would. Well, I guess in that form was it less durable? I think it was when it was awakened because it was, you know, less bulky, but you know what I mean. We've, like, DPS in this game seems ridiculously strong. So to make tank classes viable, you have to kind of give them incentive to actually invest in defense where they'll, like, won't get one shot anyway. Right? So defense scaling abilities would make more sense. So I feel like Vanta has just kind of has fucked himself over a little bit there by building into strength, which isn't really his class's main stat. He'd been better building into endurance, or whatever they're calling the start in the game. I don't really know why I've gone Irish for it, though. You'd have to ask. Who the fuck would you have to ask? I don't know, I'm yapping.
We haven't even reached the corner of the inner castle wall. The Italian church has never been an opponent this strong, though. There must be a leader around here that affects their stats. Gah!
The full servant of the Italian church, Neberus, has arrived.
Are you the heathens that defeated Malachus and harmed the church?
The sound of the flute contains dark magic that causes a loss of balance and loss of concentration. The evasion rate is down to 0%. Your accuracy is decreased to 60%. Magic casting speed is 2 times slower. These effects will last until the sound of the flute stops.
I will have you pay for that.
An overwhelming power is incomparable to Malachus. This guy is their leader. Our whole guild men defeated Malachus. We can't get through here with just the two of us.
Go, Mr. Vanter! Overgeared number 2, will block this!
Evelyn!
I see you are trying to inflict even the slightest damage on me. It's a motive as pathetic as the sword of yours.
Evelyn!
Blame your recklessness of daring to hold me back with your incompetence. You heathen. Your sword brushed against me. Impressive.
It only brushed against him. That flute causes a handful of effects, including a decrease in accuracy.
Nice, Faker! If we cooperate as four can...
No, you guys go ahead. The other members will arrive soon, and we are more suited to hold him back here. There are more enemies to defeat other than him. Vanter, you have a mission to uphold. It's a guardian's duty to protect their master.
Jishuka, catch up to me!
How is he more mobile than she is?
We're going through!
Him being more mobile doesn't make any sense. But maybe strength affects your movement ability as well as... Because again, some games, a la Fire Emblem, certain stats have multiple applications, like speed affects not only your speed in combat, but also your evasion. Luck has an effect on crit chance, crit void, and evasion. Skill has an effect on accuracy and avoid. Strength, damage. Some games, strength also affects the... is also your constitution stat as well in games that don't have a constitution. Although some games have a constitution, but it doesn't affect your, like, weapons have weights, and weapon minus constitution. So your combat speed is speed minus weapon weight. This is this is speed minus open bracket, weapon weight minus constitution, closed bracket. And sometimes that constitution is replaced with strength. But even games that have constitution will have the strength affect your speed based on weapon weight, and constitution is just for stuff like rescue dropping, and shoves and repositional tools, which is weird. Just have it do both. Enough. I've yapped a lot about video games and mechanics. Focus.
If you weren't with the heathens, you would have lived. Your crimes of crafting the weapons of the heathens would be paid with death. The blacksmith of Byron. Remorse in the afterworld.
I didn't even know this was going on. I must have been really concentrated. However, I have no regrets. After getting stimulated by a young man a few months ago, and giving my all in crafting for the first time in my life, I successfully crafted the special Jaffa arrows. After spending 50 years as a low-rank blacksmith, I finally witnessed the stage where fire and hammer become one. I'm not ashamed to see my master now.
It's been a while since the last stab someone with an arrow. Also, this arrow is strong, right? Old man Smith. You can meet your master a little later.
Great! How are you here? I've crafted zealously while thinking of you. I can't believe it. We meet again.
Ah, this arrow? Nice work. The special Jaffa arrow that you made. It's super amazing. I'm sure this is one of the best out there. After reaching enlightenment in the footsteps of death, Smith, who is now a high-rank blacksmith, after being an all-time low rank, desperately felt Grid's greatness. He went from low rank to high rank. What?
This is a shame. I have finally become the blacksmith I wanted.
Old man Smith.
I wanted to work for many more years. I want to work.
Old man Smith. You were deeply touched by the desire of the old blacksmith who overcame his limits with determination and passion for work. Quest Blacksmith's Affection S has been generated. Blacksmith's Affection. You upheld Bagma's humanitarian ideology of blacksmithing to benefit other people. What was the other point of blacksmithing? Blacksmithing doesn't really benefit you other than money. You want to reward the old blacksmith for reminding you that the blacksmith's heart is hot as fire and strong as steel. And the money from blacksmithing, like, given the amount of effort you have to put in, you'd be better off doing something else. Very strange. Quest reward. Skill, Blacksmith's Affection, rewarded. Quest clear prediction. Protect Smith's smithy. Clear reward. 30-year extension of Smith the blacksmith's life. Smith is a hard-working, late bloomer, and thus has the potential of a craftsman. His life extension will be beneficial. If the quest is failed, Smith's life will not be extended. Blacksmith's Affection. You can raise an NPC blacksmith skill by 1 to 5 levels. If you have them, maximum affinity with them. Blacksmith receives your teaching will be loyal to you forever and will share new production methods with you whenever he acquires one. Wow, that's a really good skill. That's a very good, like, it's obviously not a combat skill, like Blacksmith's Rage was. It's very much a utility skill for blacksmithing, whereas Blacksmith's Rage is literally just a pure combat skill. It's the same situation as that time. Like the time when I was infuriated by the thugs that harassed Khan and Winston and acquired Blacksmith's Rage. Old man Smith, your wounds are not deep, so hold this well. You want to continue your work and do it properly, right? And to do that, you need a smithy. Is that right?
Where are you going? Grid.
I don't have a hobby of being a nice person, but I guess clearing a pebble in the way of his passionate journey won't be a problem. I think this place would be too loud for you to work in your prime times. I'll go remove that pebble. Baller. Right, it's 2. The northern outer castle wall.
Why are we taking so much fire damage. Regis is stuck in the inner castle and Pawn is busy with the high-ranked believers at the west gate. The other guild members are unable to join me at the moment. There's a limit to how long I can block him alone. The sky is too strong. Block.
The fifth servant of the Yatan Church. Overgeared, Chapter 82, The Bloody Battle of Byron.
BBB.
BBB?
Why did you point a block in that state of yours?
Even if I block his sword, his passive skill is too powerful. 500 damage per second. The average health of a user is just 20,000.
So, hold on. 500 damage per second. 20,000 health. That means that the average user would die in 40 seconds. Bro, I didn't need a calculator to do that. Shave off 2 zeros and divide 200 by 5. Idiot. I can't believe I had to resort to a calculator for that. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
There's no point in blocking. And constant damage. And constant damage to the flame resistance doesn't work either.
I'm making you sound like, Vanta. That's not how I made him sound.
I have to get out of his attack range. I have to hold him back until my guildmates arrive.
You're trying to get a distance from me. Another meaningless choice you've made. I was really offended that anyone came to stop me, but I'm satisfied it's only night of the heathens that can even withstand the voice of the demons.
You've suffered 3,900 damage. Critical. You've suffered 7,908 damage.
I used all the buff skills I could, and the damage is so high. I have to think of a way. Swamp shield!
It feels like I'm stuck in a swamp. The more I try to get out, the harder it gets sucked into it.
Oh, Christ.
It would be easier for the both of us if you comply with this and become the Yatan God's slave. Your sordid desire to survive by resorting to such lowly tricks disgusts me.
There, that's better.
Those lowly tricks you speak of will be used more often. Will be used even more. So brace yourself.
Finish him quickly with your ultimate skills. Foxfire, double-handed hit.
Brilliant strike! Sword in the moon!
Move away, you losers! If that's your ultimate, come to the back and use it on the mobs instead. Lord Strike!
Oh fuck, who's a league character that I'm thinking of? There's, he's very much like a certain League of Legends character. Not in his mannerisms or the way he speaks and acts, but his abilities. He's literally exactly... Oh my god. They got reworked not long before I stopped playing. This is years ago at this point now. Udyr. It's Udyr. Yeah. It very much reminds me of Udyr. Lord Strike deals 1,350% in physical attack to the target. That's it. Damn. Grid puts this guy in the floor. I've got the hiccups all of a sudden. I hate hiccups, man. Oh, God. While I wait for these hiccups to pass, small interlude. Again, been a lot of interludes and a lot of yapping. I want to point Overgeared is probably the only series that I read where I do a shitload of yapping outside of just reading the webcomic. Like, Terror God, I pretty much just breeze through. Blue Lock, obviously, I breeze through because they're really short. Kubera, I do a little bit of yapping, but it's usually not a lot. It's typically like theorizing and stuff. Pandora Hearts, I breeze through all. I'm probably going to have to put Pandora Hearts on the back burner for a little while until I can find somewhere better to read it, because I read Pandora Hearts on this site, the same one I read Overgeared on. And as you saw, when I went to the next chapter, everything loaded perfectly. For whatever reason, when I do a Pandora Hearts chapter, if I go to the next chapter, nothing loads. Nothing loads until, like, I force, like, I spread my bandwidth thinner, and then when it takes longer to load the page, then the panels load, but not all of them, and I have to repeat this process like 4 or 5 times. It's really goddamn annoying, which actually is now this is such a first world problem as well, because I just got new Wi-Fi, and oh, this Wi-Fi is so good. For context, my old Wi-Fi, my download speed peaked at about 7 or 8 meg per second. The new Wi-Fi, I did an update yesterday, and my download speed peaked at I think 36 megabytes per second. So we're rocking just about 5 times the speed. Brilliant. It's just beautiful, really. It's also made my upload speed way faster. But that means that it's really hard for me to spread my bandwidth really thin so that I can get the Pandora Hearts panels to load. So unless I can find somewhere else to read Pandora Hearts, it's gonna have to go to the back burner. Not that it matters to you, if you're only here for Overgeared. You should watch all my stuff, by the way. You should. It benefits me. It doesn't really benefit you, but it benefits me. And think about that, right? Think about benefiting me. Little old me. You know, I'm trying 1,000 subs, so every little push in the algorithm from you watching all my other videos would be as keynote. Anyhow, my hiccups are gone. Let's lock back in.
First a heathen and now a beast. Huh? I was going to dodge your lonely tricks for the sake of your effort, but only Beerus' flute forbid that from happening. I appreciate you think of me and that old man highly, but don't underestimate our believers so much, since they will lead you to the flames of hell! Hellfire Festival.
The flames of a creature are like the breath of the Eternal God. He must have stinky breath. Believer stats increased by 50% from the blessing.
The Eternal God blessed us! Now kill all the heathens! She is the leader here. All forces attack!
Not on my watch! The believers got so much stronger because of that fire. There's no time if we would take a health recovery potion. On top of that, the Beerus' flute sound made all of us weaker already. Jishuka's getting damaged as well.
Just hitting them with her bow, that's really funny.
Obviously!
Avante, what the hell are you doing?
I failed to protect you. It's embarrassing, so just run. But to flip the flow of the battle, I must send you safely to the center of the inner castle. There's no hope, but I'll do anything for a 1% chance. Use me! The Destroyer Train! Power of the Protector!
Power of the Protector. Exponentially increases party members' defense. This is why you should invest in defense. That skill, if you have low defense, is utterly pointless.
It's almost done. Die! This is not God's punishment!
Go, Jishuka!
See, that's why I said it would be more beneficial for the guild for Garcia to become a guardian knight than a hothead like you.
Oh, cushion fell off and I can't be asked to put it back on. Yeah, well, that's really different. Having to, like, go all the way back. Crazy.
I knew that ever since you insisted you want to become a tanker when you were a damage dealer during the LTS years. Your stats are messed up because you invest everything in the strength to compensate for your weak attack points. From now on, distribute your stats properly.
Surely this game would have a means to, like, redistribute your stats. A lot of games, a lot of MMOs, or games with skill point systems that you invest in, stat points, not skill points, although those are probably, do give you the opportunity to do that. Usually at the cost of real life money, but they usually do that.
What are you doing? I was supposed to protect you! What does it mean if you protect me instead? I even risked dying for this!
Losing experience points from the death penalty is dangerous for everyone. Us, we are rankers that take months and even years to heal after losing experience. I'm gonna die if you run around anyway. Since it seems like half the Atan Church force is here. The time spent on bidding experience points is also the guild's power. If death is inevitable, I use the Phoenix Arrow to wipe out as many as possible and save at least some of our fighting power. Stop!
Why would you die? What is this fit, bro? What is this fit?
Why are you so late? Asshole! Sorry.
Thought you were... I thought you were bigger than this, kid. I thought you put all that behind you. Clearly not.
Hey you! Could you at least finish my armor before leaving like that? Thanks to you, I'm all bitten up, and now I just become a guardian knight who can't protect! Ah!
Stop whining with this. Starting from now, you can actively help fighting.
Shut up! We're already fucked up here, and what can I fight? Actively. Now, here.
You're the brink of death. You have the...
You're at the brink of death. You're the goal, as you chat. Heathens! Here, bounced off. What is this? Roll!
Relived wave armor. Rating legendary. Durability 574. Defense 861. Speed minus 4%. Ooh, a percent. Oh, it's a low percentage. It's probably better than it being a flat amount. Weight 1920. Reduces damage speed by 6% if health is above 60%. Increases damage against cunning attacks by 30%. There's a high chance of invalidating cunning attacks. The skill persistence will be generated. You know what I think would be cooler? Instead of it being, if you're above 60% health, reduce damage by 60%. Right? Have it be, maybe not reduce damage by percentage, you know, by your current health percent, because when you're at 100% you can't take damage. But like, cap it at like 99%. Or like 90%. And have the damage reduction, well, you'd have it inversely scale. Like, the way you'd want it is you want it to be inversely scaling, otherwise you'd probably want it to scale directly, because then you're basically impossible to kill. But that would be too broken. But then again, this game's balance is shot. So maybe, yeah, when you're above, when you're based on your health percent, you reduce damage. So instead of it being like it is here, where above 60% you receive 6% less damage, if you're at 90%, if you're at 100% health, you receive 90% damage. If you are at 90% health, you receive 85% damage. If you're at 80%, you receive 80% damage. And then 70, you receive 70% damage. 60, you receive 6% of damage. Right, you see what I'm saying? That'd be much cooler. But also way more broken. Persistence. When health is below 5%, 20% is recovered and absolutely blocks one enemy attack. 30 hour cooldown. Among the items made by the Great Blacksmith G, this is the second piece born with emotions. It was left neglected during the production process and became anxious. It is filled with the desire not to be discarded twice, and that desire affects the wearer. It has bad feelings towards its creator, but it's not bold enough to express them.
Legendary. This defense is already amazing, but the persistence skill. It's as good as the Guardian's power, and the absolute ultimate of the Guardian Knight. It even neutralizes one attack, including ultimate attacks. It would be difficult to use it at the timing I want, but it even has an effect that recovers health immediately. Great. Thank you. I'm going to get through all of them now. Follow me, Jashuka.
This is because of that guy, This is because of the guy at the East Gate and North Gate that you're having such a hard time with the mere believers?
Yes. How did you locate them?
Because my insight increased, helping me view the situation better. No reasons. Anyway, you're still fine, right? I'll trust you and leave. Trust you at this place and leave.
With this speed, this pathetic land will burn to dust in less than a day. The flames would be unbearable for close combat fighters, and the consecutive explosion of my Hellfire Festival are too much to handle for long-range fights, right? I was thinking of inviting you to the Sword Festival, but your bodies are too pathetic to be used as an experiment.
Even Paul and Regos are being held by high-ranked believers, so I can't even dream of getting help. I couldn't get my experience points because I had to be dragged around by Grid. It's going to drop even more. The only person who could get through that passive skill and attack would be Toon, who's our damage dealer such tanker, but with Toon alone, his attack power is insufficient. If only I could fill up the lacking attack power, then I, the tanker, could get a chance somehow. Dane's life! Is it Grid?
That Great Firework dude is one of the bosses? Damn, look at that face. There are 5 guildmates here, so you can handle that weapon, right? It seems like they need help dealing with the Westgate boss. I'll head over there. Whoa, wait! Grid! Your great sword using syndicate distance on level 250. 1800 strength and advanced swordmaster. I don't even meet the level. There is no one that meets all three of those conditions. There is one person. I don't really like him, but could you trust him for now?
You're just a guy who's pretending to be low-level blacksmith to hide your identity. I don't like you either. However, the sword of the butcher that I've been looking so hard for is getting interesting.
Changed the voice at the end because it became wolf mode. Righty, well, I hope you've all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, usual YouTube stuff. With all out of the way, I'm going to say even you, and it was just time for the video. That's the tar. For now.